Ah, look at that. I edit all my videos in iMovie, and I will punch right in on a video. I don't care. I'll take my 1080p video clip and I will punch so far in, you wouldn't even believe it. I'll show you. Look, here's a screenshot of my editing page. I could punch in all over this video. Punching in. Punching all the way in. I'll punch right in, baby. Hey, look, today it looks like maybe Baltimore is cleaning up some graffiti. Seems to me I had a previous job where I was going down 83 like this on a regular basis. Yep, all the graffiti got buffed on Saturday morning. Check it out. I wonder if they got that big one that's on the bridge. I wonder if they got Pez Boy. I got a really good shot. There they go. I got a really good shot of the Pez Boy with my DJI Pocket 2. I didn't know it was coming. I like taking the slow-mos while I do my driving vlog, and I was all set up. I had the Pocket 2 in slow-mo, and I thought, you know what, these bridges are often interesting to look at. They probably have to schedule a special graffiti removal team. I mean, they don't have to. And no, look, here's the big reveal. They did not get Pez Boy yet. Ah, see, that's a train bridge. I didn't really notice before, but it's a train bridge. It's not like they can just walk on a sidewalk and lean over the railing. They'd have to get daring. I guess Pez Boy is a really daring graffiti person. One of the more daring graffiti Americans that we have here in Baltimore. So the removal guys are going to have to be, similarly dedicated. Or they'll close the whole highway and get a truck with a cherry picker on top. That's probably what they'll do. Yeah, they'll be working their way all the way down 83 today. Wait, they got some of this. But not all of it. I wonder how they decide. Today we're using white. Today we're using beige. How do they decide? One day they use white paint. The next week they use beige. Actually, today I think we saw that they were using white and beige at the same time. They had 2 guys painting with beige and 2 guys painting with white, and maybe a few more guys. Anyway, here we are, beautiful downtown Baltimore. Come see a ball game. We're back to the standard D-warp field of view, which is like, this is the DJI Action 4's this is what they think we want. This is the main field of view. I'm gonna get crazy. I'm just gonna pop my mirror on right here. Boom. Then there's me. Now this is a reaction video. I can punch right in on it because I use iMovie. This is the field of view that DJI thinks is best for action and vlogging. If you want it to look handsome, this is probably their aim when they're in their board meetings and they're talking about how their camera should behave. They're like, this is what people want. This right here is what people want. If you point this camera at your house, it's going to look square. It's not going to look fish-eyed. When you're in a landscape, when you're in a cityscape, and you point your camera around, does it curve the buildings up on the sides of the picture? Not in standard D-warp. You might be a camera person, you might be a Baltimore person, you might be interested in sign painting. You might just like my personality. But this is what I want to talk about because I am so dumb that when I bought my first GoPro, the GoPro Hero 7 Black, I went outside, I pointed it up in the air at the TV tower that's in the neighborhood, and I tried to do this. Like it's an iPhone, I tried to zoom in. You can't do that on a GoPro. If you want to get video of stuff that's far away, an action camera is not for you. But an action camera is for me because it works in any kind of weather. It can get rained on. It can be very hot. It can be very cold. An action camera works. And most of the work that I do is close up. I want to get pictures of the signs I'm painting. I want to chit-chat with the people. And if I want to take my camera and back it up and like show a video of my back while I paint and the whole wall, I don't want to have to back up across the street. I'd like to be able to just back up a little bit and show lots of wall. And this action camera, well, action cameras are great for that. And if you want to do a tradie vlog, like you're a plumber or a carpenter or a roofer, it should be an action camera. All that work to get into the right lane, and they have both of my lanes blocked. I switched back into ultra wide so you guys can really get this. When they have 2 lanes blocked on Light Street in downtown Baltimore, how uncharitable people can be, even on a Saturday morning. It's a Saturday morning. There's a bus behind me. Is he gonna try to muscle me out? No, he's letting me go. What's going on over here? They're paving. Looks like they replaced a couple of segments of cement paving. Here we are. You want to do that every single time. We got to go get the cart. I'm going to push you on the cart even though it's really noisy and the camera will bounce around and it might fall down, but it's an action camera so it can take a fall. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. See, look, we're in ultra wide now. You can see there's only 2 lanes for traffic here. I'm going to paint that white rectangle. I'm going to paint that orange. I'm going to put the camera right there. You can see how it'll cover. I mean, I'm probably going to get 30 feet of wall in the picture just by sitting this camera on this wall. How about that? Was that amazing? Or what? Been really silly. I only brought 1 of these to the job. So I need to wipe it off when I change colors. Was that smooth? Another thing about how this camera is so much better than an iPhone is the white balance on this doesn't get crazy. When I'm trying to show off my skills and what I do, and I get really close to a wall like this, the iPhone, the white balance gets thrown off by these vibrant colors, whereas the Action 4 doesn't. Even if the entire screen is like 2 oranges, it's still, they stay orange. They get wild on an iPhone. I should do a side-by-side. All right, so we're doing a side-by-side of my iPhone 13 mini. And we're going to look at some details here. I could talk about how I use this special kind of white pencil. And I'll be talking about the pencil. I can even show you the pencil. It's a Stabilo pencil. Boop, boop, boop. And you can write on a wall and it wipes off with water. So that's really nice. So now we can compare.
Hello.
Hi. I was just about to leave, but then I noticed, look, I forgot my little work light. How great are these little battery-powered work lights? Look at the difference. I just fake got in the van. Look, it's raining. But I don't have to worry about it while I walk around because I use an action camera. Another thing that I really have to fake is like I have to fake the way that I use I really need to practice the way that I use the gear shifter because I tend to grab it like this, which looks kind of cowardly. See that? Not very good. I should be grabbing it like this. How's that? Or wait, like this? Probably like this. It just feels like more work. That's the Baltimore Convention Center. So we're just gonna head home. I wonder if there'll be anything interesting to see on the way home. There's something interesting. There's a person sort of with their shirt half on, throwing garbage around. Oh snap, I can't go the right way. I kind of pulled an audible driving downtown today. I decided what I need to do is to stop by the Ace Hardware in Waverly to get some paint chips. They have Benjamin Moore paint chips. And this color I'm using is a Benjamin Moore color that I had made at Sherwin-Williams, so I want to get one of their paint chips and just hold it up and make sure it really matches. That's the kind of dedication you get when you hire Greg Gannon. There's a mural by Dana Marie Hostler. Held up pretty well. They should wash it. Guilford Avenue gets a lot of buses, a lot of heavy traffic, heavy trucks. Oh boy. We have a crazy man in the road right by City Hall. So yeah, like I was saying, Guilford Avenue has lots of bus traffic, lots of trucks. And so that means a lot of fumes and a lot of brake dust. I think a lot of murals like that one by Dana, they might look dingy. They might look like they're kind of getting old, but they're not. They're just dirty. All we'd need to do is get sort of a soft bristle brush on a stick, some dish detergent, and some water, and just go give them a light detergent, light agitation with detergent, and then hose it off, and it would look like new. A lot of people, when I bring this up, they'll say, oh yeah, TSP, which is the product that you buy at Home Depot for washing previously painted surfaces. Hey, there's a new mural. I haven't seen that. Old Town Mall mural. Interesting. Old Town Mall, as you can see, it used to be one of the city's oldest kind of little downtown areas. Wow, could I put that any worse? Old Town Mall used to be kind of a downtown business center. Maybe even before it was Baltimore. It might have been called Baltimore Town. You can see it's in really bad shape. If you were the type of person that wanted to make the argument that highways ruin cities, Old Town Mall would be a really good example for you to publicize, because it was really stranded between a couple of like parkways, high traffic roads. Here's a new mural by Gaia. Certainly very good. Oh, I painted that. I painted the super graphics, not the window graphics. Also designed by Yount's Design. I used to live right up here at the top of this road, and it wasn't such a mess then. Of course, there is also a lot of new, hopeful construction type of stuff. The City Arts building and City Arts 2, because City Arts was so successful. Artists are lined up to live in there. It's below market rate housing for artists that has, like, you know, probably other things artists need, like maybe storage space, place to display your artwork. They have shows. We're almost up to the Waverly Ace Hardware, which is really nice that it's around, that it's downtown. I don't have to drive all the way out to the suburbs to get Benjamin Moore paint chips. I applied for a job there one time, not too long ago. Before I was a sign painter, before I was a Whole Foods Market store artist, which is what led me to becoming a sign painter. Here's a piece of public artwork by Andy Dahl. I didn't mean to be giving a tour, but I guess that's what happens. Wow. Greenmount and 25th. Now, if you go down that way to the east on 25th Street, there's a lot of great hand-painted signs by not the super most professional of all sign painters, but I love them. Follow if you want to see content like that. Follow if you want to see signs that are, you know, for used tires and stuff. Here's a great sign, the Harwood 26ers sign. Here's a mural by some internationally renowned artist. Pixel Pancho, something. There's a mural. All right, let's see the alley. Here's another Gaia mural. Somebody tagged it. Somebody put a banner over it. And I tell you, Baltimore will put a vinyl banner over anything. Urban Hipster, Megan Lewis mural. Another Dana Marie Hostler mural, and my favorite, I did a vlog about that mural that's been covered by trees, which is by El Secas. I think it's the best mural in town. Oh, and I hadn't seen that one yet. Look, there's a mural by Iandry Ramoso. Iandry. Everybody calls him Iandry. Let's see if they've got Oriole. 2169-30. Well, they didn't have the color chip that I need, but this one's really close. I'm gonna say that that's a pretty close match. You can see the paint on my finger nearly matches. But hey, check out Iandry's mural. I don't think he even signed it. But old Iandry, he will get out a small brush. This has an anti-graffiti coating on it. So rubbery. The whole wall is rubber now. Very sharp. Oh, a little brush mark. Which, you know, I don't hold against him. I'm just saying, I always thought, looking at these from kind of further away, you think, wow, that guy doesn't leave anything to chance. That's it for the vlog. You could watch another one. Click on a thing.